What is crown culture?
Is really a platform, and it's really a safe space for people to kind of come and just share their life experience, or you know it's storytelling as well, you know what I mean. I think we exclude those pieces of life, moving so fast. We don't think that people want to hear our stories, or we don't think people want to hear what I have to say, or we assume that nobody's going through what we're going through, when in fact, you know you could heal the very next person just by your story alone, or you know maybe sometimes even learning what not to do, you know what I mean. And it kind of sets you, years ahead of where you originally were. And so crown culture really is a safe space to kind of foster those conversations, those, whether they're hard conversations, or whether we're talking about generational curses and trauma and healing, or we're talking about mindset and mental goodness. I mean, it really, the sky is the limit for what we're hoping to do.
How was this idea birthed?
Hmm. That's actually a really good question. So I don't know how many of my, whoever's watching, like, I used to do tweets, and I used to tweet these notes, and the tweets actually were birthed from notes to myself in the morning, just to kind of keep me going, because I really, really genuinely was going through a hard time in my life. It just felt like I was up to my neck in a number of things, that have to do with life, like family being sick, or financial issues, whatever the case may be. I was just up to my neck, and it just seemed like there was no way out. And so I just started writing these little notes to myself, and I would do them. I would do them more frequently than I would actually tweet. And then I kind of got into a rhythm of tweeting, and I would get messages like every day, like, "Oh my gosh, I needed to see this. Oh my gosh, like, you need to figure out a way to, I don't know, channel this into something else." Someone kind of mentioned, like, you should write a book, or you should do this, and just all these different mediums, and it seemed like every single time that I was posting these, or I was, just leaving little notes here and there, like, people were actually paying attention. And I'm not gonna say I was surprised, but I was just kind of like, oh wow, like, I am a little surprised, because I wasn't expecting the responses or the reactions to be the way that they were. And so then once I kind of, thought about it, I'm like, I kind of sat down, I kind of tapered it off, and I'm like, I need to find a new medium for this. Like, I need to find something that, people can access, like, people can kind of, like, what is it? And so I just prayed on it for a while. And then I think a couple months went by, and I was like, well, I'm gonna start a podcast. But that kind of birthed, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it with, other people, to make it palatable. And then I'm like, oh, I'll do this. And then I prayed on it some more, and I'm like, well, God, I don't have a name, I don't have this, I don't have that. And so I kind of started giving God all these excuses. And I think he was just like, I'm fed up. Like, I'm fed up, girl. Like, let's do this. You know what I mean? You have all of these things going for you, so why not you? And thus, we were off to the races. Crown Culture was birthed, and here we are.
Period. What can people look forward to?
Well, people can look forward to. I mean, I know I've kind of sat here, and it's a little bit, like, but people can look forward to laughing, like laughter, because they can look forward to maybe crying. Yeah, it's kind of, it's whatever we make it. I think it's so authentic, and it's so true, that it just genuinely has the ability to kind of be what it needs to be for whatever people need. But you can just definitely look forward to healing. You can look forward to, we're gonna get into it. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna show the world that, it doesn't. There's another way. There's always another way. And so if this shows them anything, if they're looking forward to anything, just showing people that there's another way to do life.
And what is that other way that you're speaking of? Can you explain that?
we don't have to overwhelm ourselves. We don't have to measure ourselves according to the world's standards. I think a lot of people often feel like they're not doing enough in the world, or they're doing a lot in the world just based upon what society says that they should be doing. And I think that a lot of people lose a lot of joy that way, and they lose a lot of their authenticity that way because they're trying to be like someone else, or they're trying to do something that's someone else is doing. And this other way is just to show you that you don't have to do it my way, right? You don't have to do it, your mom's way or your dad's way. You can do it your way, at your pace, in your own race, in your own lane, and that's really what that other way is to me. So my hope is that I inspire you to choose your avenue, to choose your lane.